Yo, are we live? Welcome to another edition of Too Early for This Podcast. It's your host and moderator, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One. Welcome to another edition of Too Early for This Ish Podcast. Excuse me. I want to apologize in advance. I didn't upload any videos or did a live stream last week because your boy was mad sick. I was going through some things. All right. I had sinus congestion, uh, headaches, nausea. It just wasn't looking good for your boy to do anything last week. So I had to skip that week. So I do apologize for everyone who subscribed to not only this channel, but to my Just My Opinion podcast channel, as well as my gaming channel, even though I did a live stream on my gaming channel a couple of days ago. So I want to issue apologies for that. All right. Also, I have to give an RIP to Sinful the P. He passed a couple of days ago. I want to send my condolences to his family. An amazing brother. Yes, I know he had a checkerboard past, but still, that's a life lost. Took it away from us. So I want to send an RIP to his subscribers, to his fans, to his family members. Sinful to Pete. I also want. Oh man, we lost some great ones for the past couple of days. Barbara Walters, R.I.P. to her. She was she was the one of the pioneers for broadcasting for news for women in the news world. She was like a shining beacon of light for any woman in any nationality to believe that women can flourish and thrive in the news world when it was dominated by men. So Barbara Walters passed away a couple of days ago. She was also one of the co-founders of The View. So I want to send an RIP to her. Her family, her friends, her fans, and just recently, we lost another legend, particularly in the hip hop culture. Gangster Boo. Gangster Boo passed away this morning. I'm not going to go into the details of what caused her death. I mean, I'm not really concerned on what causes anyone death. Just the mere fact that we lost someone. Someone was taken away from us. Uh, and I'm not even going to go into her past or anything like that, but an RIP to the fans, the friends of Gangster Boo. 3-6 Mafia released a statement to early today. So I want to like and share. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I'm sorry I got your message a little late. I was just going through some RIPs to some great folks that we just lost. Barbara Walters, Sinful to P, and Gangster Boo. We some incredible folks that we just lost. So I want to send my condolences to their family, their friend, and as well as their fans. But yeah, nevertheless, we have to. The show must go on, unfortunately, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. This messy Monday. I don't know how it was in your part of town or in your city. My city was hit with a some snow, and it kind of, paralyzed the city temporarily. Us down here in the South, if we even hear snow, we automatically panic. We get the essential stuff: bread, eggs, beer, and cigarettes. But it only lasted for it wasn't even a full day, but that is the promise of maybe more to come. Hopefully not, but if it does, if it happens, it happens. All right. Wasn't as serious as it was last year. Last year we were doused with snow and we were out for like 3 to 4 days, and it just caused mad havoc everywhere. But fortunately for us, it only lasted a day. Didn't even really last a full day. But hope is just blue, sunny skies on. All right. So uh let's get into this messy Monday of news, particularly in the world of YouTube and social media, in the social media streets. All right. The first topic we're going to be talking about is Sister T. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Sister T is this, you want to call her an influencer on social media, if you want to call her a personality on YouTube or on Facebook, she does these lives. She first started off as a Kwame Brown supporter. I don't know if she is continuing to be a Kwame Brown supporter, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the presentation here. But Sister T has been going through some things, her constant battle between her and Damn D. Damn D is like a crocodile. Once he gets his teeth in your ass, he stays in it. He applies pressure. He applies more pressure than the 94 Bulls defense. All right. Damn D is no joke out here in these YouTube streets. Uh, when I watch a lot of live streams with Damn D, it's comical, it's friendly, but sometimes the gloves do come off because sometimes the back and forth between him and Sister T is clean sometimes, but most times dirty. So Sister T has been going through some things, not only with Damn D, not only with Queen Regina, which is another YouTube personality that is similar to Sister T, but Sister T is more high in the food chain than a Queen Regina. Both of these ladies were Kwame Brown supporters. Not so much with Sister T, but like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit later in this presentation. So Sister T's been going through a lot of stuff, man. She's been going, the struggle has been real for Sister T, okay? And Sister T just ain't feeling the love and the support uh, like she would do for Kwame Brown and others, mainly Kwame Brown. Like whenever someone talked bad about Kwame Brown, Sister T would be in the chats defending Kwame Brown. Sister T will upload videos defending Kwame Brown. Sister T will go the whole 9 yards for a Kwame Brown, particularly if you talk bad about Kwame Brown. Now Sister T is feeling the pressure, feeling the sting from a lot of YouTube content providers, a lot of people on social media, particularly in these social media streets. And Sister T it wants that same support, that same love that she gave to Kwame Brown, hoping that maybe Kwame Brown and others can throw her a lifesaver, because she has been drowning in this sea of social media. And it just, a lot of people are, keeping their distance with Sister T. Sister T has said a lot of questionable things on her live streams, have talked, just a lot of inappropriate, questionable things that a lot of people just can't co-sign on. No matter how much of a supporter you are of Sister T have said some questionable things that you just can't go all the way in and say I fully endorse and co-sign Sister T because I'm a subscriber to her. I'm a good friend to her. And slowly but surely, Sister T is she's losing a lot of her subscribers because there's been a lot of people out there that's been throwing a lot of videos, a lot of receipts out there about Sister T. I don't know if it's true or not, but I just go by the characters, what the character says, what the individual said. I don't go by what other people say about other people. I just go by what you say about yourself. And Sister T has not presented herself in the best of circumstances and in the best of light. Excuse me. So uh, Sister T has been down and out, pretty much in the dumps, and she has already made a live stream saying that she is leaving YouTube. She's done with YouTube. She's done with this platform. She feels the YouTube community is toxic, and to a certain extent, I can endorse her frustrations with YouTube. However, I can't show a lot of remorse to Sister T because a lot of her own destruction is created by her, by what she says in her live streams. All right. And I know it's the heat of the moment. Sometimes we say things we don't necessarily mean when we're at our worst. But still, you did say it. And you have said a lot of questionable things about a lot of questionable people. Now, I'm not saying a lot of these individuals are victims, but there were some people that she bad mouthed that were, and that's just kind of it just stings a little bit. Okay, understand the back and forth between Sister T and understand the back and forth between Sister T and Damn D. Everyone knew about that. Understand the disconnect between her and Queen Regina, their own again, off again relationship. But now Sister T is threatening to quit YouTube. All right. And when I first heard about this last week when I was sick, I wanted to quickly do a video. In part, I didn't believe it. I thought that she just saying it to just spark some type of support from others, and maybe people would take her at her word and say she's definitely quitting YouTube. But I knew Sister T was not going to be off of YouTube long, and I was going to do a video, but unfortunately I was sick last week. I do apologize, but I did not believe Sister T was going to quit YouTube. I just think that she just threw that in the atmosphere in the hopes of people, um, garnering, just attention, seeking attention, and trying to be a victim and things of that nature. And I thought it was going to last for a couple of days, and then she was going to be back on YouTube. And that's what pretty much happened last week. She made a video talking about she's threatening to leave YouTube. And, less than 48 hours, she comes back to YouTube, back on her same BS. And a part of me has soft spot, a soft heart for Sister T, because even though she have said some questionable things, and even though she had said some controversial things, I would, even though I would, even myself would put distance between what she's putting out there in the atmosphere. At the end of the day, that's somebody's mother. At the end of the day, that's somebody's sister. At the end of the day, that's somebody's auntie, grandmama. And, even though she's not acting like a woman, we still have to treat her as such, you know. And she and the real reason why, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, she's saying the things that she's been saying is because she's been hurt. She's been hurt on social media because she is thinking, look, when people were down on Kwame Brown, I would defend him to the umpteenth degree. And now, when the tables are turned, Kwame Brown is not being very supportive to me, not being defensive to me. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Kwame Brown has always exercised the course of separating himself. And he always said that, look, I'm not in none of Sister T's battles and beefs with people. But at the same time, Sister T and I know Sister T have said in a lot of live streams that she's not expecting Kwame Brown to come defend her. She said, quote, "I'm not a victim," even though even though you say that, but your actions illustrate that you want to be a victim. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a subject of opinion coming from your boy. uh low key, you really wanted people to defend you like you've been defending other people. You expected Queen Regina to defend you. You expected Kwame Brown to defend you. You expected Barbie girl Trina, shout out to her anyway. I listened to one of her live streams, and very fun live stream. But you expected all these people that you have issues with to defend you, all right? And it did not happen. And uh, and the result of that, you just not feeling. You just was going through an emotional roller coaster, and at that particular time, you just said, "Look, I'm done with YouTube." And I knew that was all talk, because once you get on this platform, and if you get a small ounce of what Sister T gets in a live stream, that's addictive. You're just not going to give that up very easily, all right? Unless another platform uh, tries to grab you and sign you, and you're exclusively for that platform, like Twitch or somebody. But even though Sister T garners a lot of people on her live stream, at the end of the day, it's not the Dr. Disrespect numbers. All right, it's not the DJ Academic numbers. All right, but still, she was raking in some numbers that a lot of people, including myself, would love to have that volume of viewers to come to her live stream. Even though I would like that amount of viewers to my live stream, I wouldn't necessarily would want to spew venom and toxic calling people's children names, or the people that you have issues with, you question their religion, you question their sexuality and things of that nature. I wouldn't want to take it that far, but I wouldn't mind having a small taste of what you get in a live stream. All right. So um here we are. I knew she was going to come back on YouTube real fast. She came back on YouTube, and she's trying her best to get troops to circle for her in her last ditch attempt to get some type of support from any content provider on YouTube. And the weirdest partnership, if you want to call it a partnership, I don't think it's a real true sense of the word partnership, but Skinny TV was, her and Skinny TV patched it up. And I thought that would never happen in these YouTube streets. All right. Shout out to Mr. Skinny TV. He watched one of my videos, even commented in my videos. I really do appreciate that. And I know people have their differences with Skinny TV and Damn D and Barbie Girl and Kwame Brown, as well as Sister T. And yeah, I watch these live streams very closely. And I like to appreciate all those guys that I just mentioned, that they're not, even though I'm small on the totem pole, saying I have to pick a side and choose, one over the other. All right. So I really do appreciate those individuals just listening to my videos, listening to my live streams, and know there's no malice in my videos or live stream about any of these individuals. I just tell it like it is, and I give you guys my opinion, and I just keep it pushing. All right. So um, now the one shoe has dropped. Sister T has came back. She's not begging, but back in her old bag of tricks, trying to gain attention and gather the troops, so to say. And I think she's going to go back at it at Damn D again. And I think Damn D is going to continue to create live streams about Sister T from now till whenever they, um, patch things up, which, a couple of years ago, who would have thunk it that uh, Mr. Skinny and Sister T would patch things? Well, let's even go further than that. Who would have thunk that Damn D and Mr. Skinny patch things? We can even go further than that. Who would have thunk that even Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas sort of patch things up? All right. Even though they're on again, off again, but still, there is a possibility that Sister T and Damn D could squash all this and just keep it moving. All right, just go their separate ways. Sister T keeps Damn D out of her mouth. Damn D promises that he'll keep Sister T out of his mouth, and just keep it pushing. And maybe that's ultimately what's going to be the end result of her coming back to YouTube. But that's all I got for Sister T. I did promise you guys later in this live stream what's going on and transpiring with Sister T and Kwame Brown. There's a fallout. Sister T has thrown Kwame Brown under the bus. Now, Kwame Brown has not viciously went on the live and just called everything in the book about Sister T and call her everything except a child of God. He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't, took it to that level, to a Gilbert Arenas level, or even a Mr. Skinny level. But there is going to be some fallout for this. I'm pretty sure Kwame Brown is going to dedicate a live explaining what's going on with him and Sister T. And, maybe there's going to be some type of resolution there where, he's going to be a little bit more supportive to Sister T. But we're all going to have to wait on pins and needles about this. I don't think this is going to escalate to something massive and explosive and very toxic. Okay. So that's all I got on Sister T. Moving on, we're going to move on to Stunna, Reese, and Lady X. Every time I get ready to say Lady X, I want to say Racer X. I don't know if a lot of people watching this live know, or even watching the re-air of this live, knows Racer X from Speed Racer. It was a Saturday morning cartoon show. I think they made a movie out of it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Lady X and Stunna Reese were at it. Apparently, Stunna Reese did a vlog and he talked about his relationship with Lady X. Basically, they're co-parents, on that level. He also talked about how he said it was okay for Lady X to continue to live in his house. Had no issues with Lady X seeing anyone else. Lady X was seeing someone else. I remember Lady X talking about it in a video a while ago. All right. So she was living there and they were co-parenting and taking care of the child. And he just went on this I don't want to call it a rant because he wasn't really upset. I mean, he really wasn't. I just think he was just fact checking the fact checkers out there, basically saying a lot of people in his comment section talking about, well, you should buy Lady X a better car and you should take care of Lady X a little bit better. And he explained the situation, and I just mentioned what their situation is, and a lot of people took to the comment section and basically told Stunna Reese that, I wouldn't put my business out there on social media, even though people were begging to know the status and the situation between him and Lady X. Well, Lady X was not feeling it, and she did a video basically saying how she was not feeling it, and she felt like those private conversations should remain private. uh, their status as far as being co-parents should have been private, and it was just handled all the wrong way. Uh, I, After watching that vlog of Stunner Reese and then watching Lady X rebuttal, and then Stunner Reese did another vlog and he explained it a little bit better. He polished a lot of stuff up, but it was still the same old message. Okay. And, a lot of people don't, I feel like, first and foremost, I feel like a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. People would rather be entertained by a lie than seeing the actual truth, seeing what's behind the smoke and mirrors. And that's pretty much what Stunner Reese did in the first video. He led us all by the hand and moved all the smoke and mirrors and said, look, this is what our situation is with him and Lady X. And I feel like a lot of people didn't feel it that way. They wanted to continue to believe the lie, even though they have mentioned they have mentioned this situation in previous videos. Now it was prettied up some. They didn't go into full DEFCON details about their relationship and their status and things of that nature, but they have explained a lot of the stuff that was explained in that Stunner Reese first vlog. And a lot of people felt like Stunner Reese, just took Lady X to the carpet and just left her there. Okay, just told the whole story, and even shown us the enchilada. And a lot of people thought that was too petty for Stunner Reese. And I'll be honest with you, uh, to be perfectly honest with you, after listening to it, I was not shocked nor surprised because, like I said, Lady X, including Stunny Reese, has explained this in previous videos. I've heard this on social media. I thought that everyone else knew what I already knew. I considered this old news, but a lot of people, and Lady X, when she did her rebuttal, you can tell that she was hurt by it. And, it's kind of, effed up if your family members are not aware of you and Stunner Reese, if the children are not aware of y'all situation. I can understand how you could feel a certain kind of way about how the message was delivered, because you even said in your video, you know, uh, your children are listening to this for the very first time. And it's one of those situations where I don't want to parent a parent. I don't feel like, you know, being a life coach or try to all I can do is offer advice, but I hate offering advice saying, you know what, in that situation you should have done X, Y, and Z when we have moved past X, Y, and Z. You know, I felt like a lot of this could have been avoided if they were upfront about it as far as their family go. But that's personal, that's between them two. If they prefer to handle it however they wanted to handle it, that's fine. But it's not like this information was so secret. You had to really dig for this stuff. Like I said, Lady X has mentioned this in videos in the past. Stunna Reese has mentioned this in videos in the past. If you look at what Stunna Reese has been uploading on his own channel, it does not demonstrate a man that's still married or still has a romantic relationship with Lady X. And I can understand, once again, I can understand why Lady X is upset about it. But I felt like a lot of this stuff could have been avoided if both of them, Lady X and Stunna Reese, would have sat down with the cameras off and said, hey, look, this is how we should do this as far as co-parenting moving forward, and this is how we should explain our situation. I really do feel like Stunna Reese explained his situation to himself differently than Lady X uh, explained the situation to herself, and that's where wires were crossed, and they were not on the same page. But you know, Lady X also said that, and she's threatening to not be on YouTube no more. That was her final video. And you know, a lot of and for anybody that's fans of Lady X, I'm cool with Lady X. I watch her content on and off. Uh, I would say this. Never say never. You know, maybe a month, maybe 2 months of your heart healing and mentally getting yourself together and moving more formally moving past this situation. I think her view and her mindset is going to change about YouTube moving forward. It's just not on top of the priority list to Lady X. It's just not. You know, nor it should. I mean, I feel like Lady X should do whatever she wants to do. If she wants to do YouTube full time or part time, that's up to her. If she wants to make videos for YouTube or not make videos for YouTube, that's on her. So I, I feel like maybe a month, maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the road, she probably will revisit this and probably continue to do videos. Right now, emotionally, we say things in the heat of the moment that we don't necessarily believe or mean. We just did a segment with Sister T talking about she was going to quit YouTube, and you know, it's just one of those situations. You know, you want to wish the best for both of them. I feel like as of right now, before Stunna Reese took to his vlog and explained the situation about him and Lady X, and Lady X rebuttal, and now Stunna Reese sort of cleaned it up a little bit. uh, I feel like they're getting some understanding, some straightening. And I also feel like, you know, things that were said a couple of weeks ago, more, you know, of Lady X side, I think she'll come back to YouTube. So if you're a fan of Lady X, once again, support these people, support Lady X, subscribe to her channel, hit the notification bell. Even though she says she's not coming back to YouTube, I wouldn't place a bet on it. You know, just cooler heads are going to prevail, and she's probably going to do the right thing. her whatever her right thing is. Okay. So also subscribe and support Sister T and Stunna Reese. Support Stunna Reese. And the one thing I like about Stunna Reese when he revisited this subject again, and I liked it so much that I went on and subscribed to his channel. I would watch his videos on and off, like CJ on 32, but I was never a subscriber of their videos. But what what made me click the subscribe button is what he said after the fact of this situation between him and Lady X. He talked about how people are doing videos and people are telling their giving out their opinions and their advice. And most people, when you talk about situations like this, they want to bad mouth a person like myself or others that will do a video and do a live stream and talk about it and say, well, you're just trying to make money off of this situation. This is none of your business and this, that, and the third. But Stunna Reese welcomes this, and I think that's amazing. I think that's good. Not a lot of content providers in these YouTube streets would let you. Well, I mean, technically, a content provider has no jurisdiction on what you can say and what you can't say about their channel or about them. And the one thing when I do these live streams and tell you guys the latest things that's going on in YouTube or in these social media streets, I don't take a side and I don't take it personal. I just tell you what that individual says, and then when I tell you my opinion or give you my advice, I make sure I say that to let you know that, okay, what you're about to hear moving forward, after I told you the story, now moving forward, this is stuff based on my logic. And sometimes my logic is it's not even keel with their logic. But Stunner Reese, I really do appreciate him saying that, oh man, it's okay for you to comment about this situation and things. And, we need more content providers like that. He's not thin skinned about it. He welcomes it as long as you don't as long as you don't be personal about it. And I've never been an individual that takes things too personal. But moving on from that situation, and by the way, I will answer anyone's comments at the end of this live stream. So I hope there's a lot of people that come in and out and just comment below. Feel free to not only subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and share this live with your friends, family, and followers. All right. So we're going to go off the record on this one. This was not scheduled in this presentation, in this shindig that we're doing today. But some clarity on the J Hood and the D Block situation. Now, if you're a subscriber to Mav Hoffa and my expert opinion, I suggest to you to subscribe to his YouTube channel, but also subscribe to his podcast. I think Mav Hoffa has the best podcast smoking. All right. It's better than $1 million worth of game. I don't have a horse in the race, but it's better to me than $1 million worth of game. It's way better than Joe Budden and any podcast. I feel like if you're a hip hop historian, if you like the hip hop movement, uh, and you want to be embedded with the hip hop culture, I suggest for you to subscribe to Math Hoffa on his YouTube channel as well as his podcast. Great, phenomenal podcast. It's going to do some great things this year. But he had an interview with Jay Hood, and Jay Hood was telling his side of the story between him and the Locks, D Block, and just his life in general. And it seems like there were certain members of the Locks that did not like this interview and wanted Math Hoffa that he should have called them and fact checked, you know, J Hood. They're saying that J Hood didn't tell the whole truth about the 60 G's and other stories. And when I was listening to this interview, J Hood on Math Hoffa podcast, I thought it was genuine. I didn't think that he was trying to chase for clout. I I didn't get the sense of him just discrediting uh, the locks or D block or any of that stuff. I just looked at it as this was his side of the story. And my mom always say, look, there's three sides to a story. It's your version, their version, and then the actual truth, the actual version. And in a lot of these interviews, you're not going to get the actual story. You're going to get their story from their perspective. Uh, Not to say that the locks are being misleading or Jay Hood is just lying and this, that, and the third. I just think good interviews like that. That was a great, phenomenal interview, by the way. And I just didn't take it after listening to the interview. I just didn't take it as Jay Hood trying to snub the locks, or he still has malice for the locks. And he even said in the interview that he went to those guys and apologized to them man to man. I thought that was a good thing. Most people don't even do that. When there's a disagreement, an argument, a beef with people, with musicians or rappers of that label, it just goes on, and sometimes it goes to the dark side, the wild side, and unfortunately, sometimes lives are lost, friendships are ruined, and careers are ruined. And in this situation, and even the Locks even said that this was true, that yeah, they have patched things up, and they're moving on. And I just think that's the best thing. When you're telling a truth, your truth is not going to be good for certain people that are in the story. It's not going to be always rosy, peachy, and cream. Oh, they were stand-up guys, and this, that, the third, or J Hood was such a good individual from start to finish, and it's not going to be that. A story is meant to tell a tale, and it's not about building up someone or even tearing down someone. It's just to just actually tell the truth about that situation. And I felt like Math Hoffa handled it the best way he could. When you do these interviews, you know, logically, you can't sit up there and have a scheduled interview with somebody, and then the person that they're talking about, you have to call them to see if it's okay to continue the interview, or is it okay to even do an interview. All right. And no matter how he would have handled this situation, people would say he handled it wrong. So I thought it was a great interview. I suggest you guys to subscribe to his podcast, subscribe to his YouTube channel, hear it from yourself, see it from yourself. The majority of people are saying that it sounded legit to them. It sounded like J Hood had no malice. He had no intentional malice with the locks or D block. There was no fabrication. Now, I'm going to say something, and probably a lot of people are not going to agree with me. I felt like when Math Hoffa did his interview with MC Search, I thought that was a little embellished. I think MC Search were telling some tall tales in that presentation. But like I said earlier, most people would rather be entertained by a lie than listen to the actual truth. I feel like Fat Joe, that interview with Fat Joe, was a little embellished. But once again, do you want to know the whole story, or you just want to be entertained by a tale here and there? So it's really up to the person on how they want to be entertained and how they want to be informed. All right. All right, and some other off the wall, well, uh, off the record. Mr. and Ms. LaTruth were back at it again on social media. It seems like Mr. Truth posts some videos on his Instagram, basically, trying to talk bad about Ms. LaTruth, talking about the real reason why they got into an argument because uh, Mr. LaTruth did not want to adopt her kids from a previous relationship. And that was the real reason why these two were arguing. A lot of people are for Ms. LaTruth. A lot of people were for Mr. LaTruth. I'm gonna say this. Look, dude. Yeah, you have every right to adopt or not adopt whoever, but if you have a child with a female and you knew going in that she had other kids, and you even went as far as marrying her, you know, there's really no right, wrong way to say this. I mean, it's really up to the guy if he wants to adopt kids from a previous relationship, and vice versa. If a man comes walking into a relationship to a woman with multiple kids from a previous relationship, and now he wants her to adopt his kids, uh, there's no real right or wrong way to explain that. But I also feel like that's stuff like that should have been nipped in the butt before. I mean, should have been nipped in the butt when y'all were dating. Okay, here we are, y'all almost 5 years in, and now this is brought up. I don't know if it was brought up by her, or maybe she's been talking about this during the whole process of this relationship, but and maybe he just kept avoiding it. um and I understand you do have the right to adopt or not adopt, but at the end of the day, y'all are no more. And I've heard also on social media that she's been picked up for a television show. So congratulations on Ms. LaTruth. And when that news was dropped, that's when Mr. LaTruth started dropping these other videos, because I thought it was over and done with. Okay, you're going your way, she's going her way, and that's that. Y'all said what y'all had to say, and that's that. Then this news come out that there's a possibility that she's been picked up to be on a reality show or a television show. I'm really not 100% sure of it. And now all of a sudden, we're bringing this back up again. It's almost like you're trying to search for views, and if that's the case, then what she was saying to us earlier about you kind of makes sense. Now, not the narcissist thing. I'm not going to go 100% either way on the narcissist thing, but the fact that you're just clout chasing, you're just trying to stay above water any kind of way. You was talking, you did you did some post on Instagram as well as YouTube talking about people think that you're Tupac. I don't see it. I don't even see anybody saying that you look like Tupac, but hey, that's neither here nor there. And I just, I thought that was kind of a weird type of content to be uploading. But that's you. If you feel like people feel that people think that you actually look like Tupac, if you if we place your face next to Tupac, a lot of people are going to say, I don't see the resemblance other than you two just being black. and you tying a bandana over your head. I mean, whatever. But if that's the case, you're bringing this up all because that she's been offered a show that really paints you in a bad light. But and you're just trying to keep this going. Obviously, she done moved on. I think it'd be best for you to move on and you know do your thing like you normally do, and everything will be all good in the hood. All right. So those are the topics I got for off the record. I just created a new segment in my live stream, live and in full effect. All right. I don't even know if I'm going to remember this for next week. Okay. But let's look at some of the comments. I only got one comment. Ollie or Ollie, like and share you out. Okay, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate you doing that. I really appreciate everyone that hit the like button, share my live stream out to your friends, family, as well as your followers. Got some new exciting news. I'm going to redo my membership program, and it's going to be a lot affordable if you want to become a member. I'm going to have 3 tiers. I'm going to have the basic support. Then I'm going to have the above average support. If I can still remember these tiered names, I'm going to do my due diligence to remember these tiered names. And then I'm going to have the elite package support. And in the elite package support is going to be priced higher than the other two. Whoever signs up for that, I'll do live streams with that individual. I'll do one live stream with people who pick up that elite membership support package. I also will have you become a moderator is a possibility. So I'm going to try to do some special things with that. And I'm going to do a video explaining these tiers and which tier that you want every month. Now, with the moderator thing, if I give that out to someone who picks that package up, of course you will have to continue to support by buying into that tier. And it's not a situation where you can just buy it 1 month and then now you mod and then that's it. I do want to say anybody that do become a modder, don't promote anyone else to be become a mod. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna talk more further about that. I should have talked about that earlier, but I kind of also wanted to do this presentation. So I hope everyone would appreciate that. I'm going to relabel everything, retitle everything, and I want to do special things for the people who pick the elite package. The other 2 packages, you get a better badge than just someone who's not in the membership program. Also, anyone that subscribe to the membership program will get first dibs in the comment section. All right. So, and also, and I need to hurry up and say this before I forget it, if for some reason the elite package, only the elite package, the highest tier, if the price goes up or down, will mainly be up, go up, and you are uninterested in continuing supporting that package, you still get to keep everything that you was rewarded. Now, I feel like the only people that should not keep anything is people that cancel the membership. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Um, I'm gonna do another live stream on this YouTube channel maybe later on this week. I do apologize for not being on last week. Oh, some things came out last week. Not only we lost some people, RIP, but Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. There's a verdict in that. Tory Lanez lost, and there's a possibility this man could be doing some serious time. Of course, his team of lawyers have already said that they are going to try this again. They're going to do this again. In other Meg Thee Stallion news, she got some great news last week. Her situation with her old label has been resolved, and she's been relieved of her duties from that label. So Meg Thee Stallion has been getting some incredible news, but still, I personally, to me, the damage has been done. A lot of celebrities, a lot of people in the music industry has pretty much unfollowed her, is no longer supporting her, and I think it's a little bit too late. Now, it's, you know, her star is not shining as bright as it once did a couple of summers ago. But all it takes is just one song. All it takes is a TikTok clip, and you're right back in the driver's seat again. But yeah, that's I forgot to mention that during this presentation. I want to go ahead and mention that she also is threatening media outlets of taking them to court. We'll see how that plays out. See what that means for anyone that did continuing coverage on that. We'll wait and see. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm trying to think of anything else before I end this. Like I said, I may do a video, maybe another live stream sometime this week. Feel free to subscribe to me on Just My Opinion podcast. I'm going to have a video created tomorrow that will upload tomorrow. And we'll see you guys then. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, your host and moderator. Too early for this podcast. I will see you guys when I see you guys. All right? All right. Okay, I'm out.